Hey guys, it's Dark here, and today I want to talk about something a little bit different from what I usually do. Normally I just do live streams or PvP, but this time I'm gonna do something a little bit different, and why don't you shut up? This is my video. Anywhoosies, today I wanted to talk about something I really have been thinking about. First let me get my accessories on. So, today I wanted to talk about, I wanted to talk about something I thought of a long time ago, which was, do the dungeons in Elsword actually get easier? Like, people are always talking about how hard it is to level a certain character. Like, I hear people say that Aura is hard to level because insert reason here.
Oh, yeah.
So, I was thinking, what if they actually get easier? Like, if you really think about it, they actually could very well be getting a lot easier. And I wanted to talk about that. Because, like, all these people making judgmental videos on games, and I thought I would try that. Anywhoosies, so what did they actually get easier? And my points for this are basically pretty standard if you really think about it. Okay, my first point of reasoning is the enemies, they get a lot smarter, and it makes you think a lot more, but for some players that makes it a lot harder, and that's why most people think the game actually gets harder, and certain characters get harder to level, which I guess makes sense I guess it does to a certain extent, because the enemies in the games do get fairly smarter, they really do. They start actually angling their attacks. It's not as easy as it was before. You can't just run into the battlefield and just start shooting or hitting everything. They actually pretty much they plan their attacks is basically what I'm saying here. But they also get easier to beat. Sure, they do get like new armor and stuff like that, but that doesn't really mean anything like in the grand scheme of things. It really doesn't mean anything. It just means that they just get stronger. Like, their attacks, they do get stronger, but they get easier to defeat, if that makes any sense. Because for anyone who plays Elsword that's watching this, which I think would be most of you, if you notice, these enemies do get harder to certain extents. Like, they don't just easily stop their attacks because you attack them first. They don't, they don't, how do I say this? They don't have a drop rate as big as they did before, if I've even said that right. I don't know, I'm not fully awake. But, God. So, anywhoosies, now that I've made that point, yeah, they do get harder to beat to a certain extent again. But, now I'm going to talk about bosses, and whether they get easier or not. Now, this is the point that I've really been wanting to bring up, because most people talk about how, like, this enemy is really easy to beat, or how this enemy is really hard to beat. It's all different for certain people, but to the good extent of things, people mostly say bosses get harder as the game progresses. And again, to a certain extent, they do. But to me, it seems, in a way, they actually get easier. Because when you really think about it, for anyone who plays Elsword and then gets to Velder, or even gets to this dungeon like what I'm playing right now, and me talking is messing me up, like, This isn't pre-recorded gameplay. This is gameplay I'm doing as I'm talking. Probably why I'm so distracted, because I don't really talk while I do my videos. I only talk when I'm doing live streams. And in that case, I know nobody's listening, at least not right then. But, yeah. But anywhoosies, yeah, but the bosses do kind of get easier. And again, anyone who plays Elsword understands where I'm coming with this. And I just got hit from the sky again. The game itself kind of gets easier. It just gets longer and more tedious. And the closer you get to the boss in these kinds of dungeons, it's more just kind of like bullcrap, if you ask me. It's more like just bullcrap levels and bullcrap stages, just till you get to the actual final boss. You know? You know what I mean? I hope you know what I mean, or else I sound like a complete retard to you. Like, when you really think about it, like this dungeon I'm playing right here. The name of this dungeon is Burning Hope Bridge, and I'm doing it on very hard at the moment. And anyone who's ever played this knows this dungeon is relatively easy. It's either one or two ways for you. It's easy or it's hard. For most people, they would say it's hard, especially if you're doing it by yourself. Now, I'm not gonna lie. When I did this on my Eve, all by myself, it was pretty freaking hard. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Literally, I'm not. But, again, when you do this by yourself, of course it's gonna be hard, because there are multiple enemies, and there are going to be... Like, there are arrows falling from the sky. Do you people not see this? There are arrows falling from the sky, and there are multiple enemies that need to be taken out. And certain points in time, if you don't take out one enemy, you're going to be attacked by another. And it's just crazy, and it's hard, and nobody wants to deal with it. Now, I'm not saying that for some people it's not hard at all, or it's not easy at all. For most people, it's right there in the middle. And hence, they say that this game is really good. And it is. It's very addicting. Even if you're not even playing it for the game, you're just... People in it are amazing too. Go join Kingsman. Advertisements incorporated. But, for real though. And then, of course, I get hit with a potion. Alright. Okay. Thanks for ruining my gameplay, you jerk. But in this game, if you ever played it, or ever will play it, here's something you should know. The bosses get harder, but they also get easier. And again, I'm going to explain. As you get a higher level, you become stronger, obviously. But the enemies get harder. And for that reason, most people don't see the easy side of it. They only see the hard part of it. But now I'm going to explain how bosses get easier. They get easier because they are really easy to attack. Their damage goes down. Well, not their damage, their defense. What am I saying? Their defense, it goes down. Their attack strengthens. But their defense lowers, is basically what I'm saying. You become stronger, and because of that, well, you know, because of that you become stronger. And because of that, normally killing the bosses doesn't seem like that big of a deal. Surviving is what seems to be a big deal. Well, apparently that is all I have time for today. Thanks for watching, and thank you for listening to the rant. I mean, I really enjoy it. But, make sure to leave a like, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new, and bye!